Memorial Day. Memorial Day is a day to remember our fallen heroes. As one widow who lost her husband in Afghanistan so aptly reminded us this week, it's not about the email brochures and the sales cards you get in the email or in the mailbox. Memorial Day is about so much more. So today, as we reflect on the sacrifice of our fallen heroes, those who have paid the ultimate price for our freedom, I want to ask you to reflect on their sacrifice in two ways. First, I want to ask you to visit this website. It's the National Flag Foundation. If you don't know, and I didn't until my father passed away and I have his flag sitting behind me, that there are 13 folds of the flag, and each of the folds have meaning. So if you scroll down on that website, you will see each of the 13 meanings of the flag. This was read at my father's funeral, and each fold connects back to the soldiers' service to our country. Take a minute and a half, 2 minutes today. I encourage you to read this. And if you don't go to the National Flag Foundation's website, then Google 13 Folds of the Flag. I think you'll find this tribute to our fallen soldiers very meaningful because that flag that sits behind me is on every soldier's casket. It is given to every family member to honor their soldier's life, sacrifice, and service. The second way I want to ask you to honor our fallen heroes today is to remember the lessons they've taught us. The lessons of sacrifice, service, and commitment to our country. My father was a corporal in the United States Marine Corps. He served in Vietnam. He did not die in service. He passed away 2 years ago, which is why I have his flag sitting behind me. But Memorial Day meant a lot to my dad because growing up, he shared with us the horrors of war. He told my brother and I about the friends he lost on the battlefield, how he knew them, how he and still kept in touch with the folks that he served with so many years ago. But the families of those whose of his friends who never came home, he absolutely remembered all of them. And it wasn't until 3 decades later, early 2000s, that I convinced Dad to go to the Vietnam Memorial War to find the names of his friends who died in combat. And I will tell you, that was a day I will never forget. He said it was one of the hardest days of his life. But their sacrifice and their service meant so much to him 3.5 decades later, as it did up until the day he died. And their lessons that they've taught us of sacrifice and service and commitment to our country also reminded my father of the lessons that he taught my brother and I, because he taught us about sacrifice and service and commitment to country and the importance of putting on that uniform, the importance of the freedoms that we enjoy because a few give their lives for us to have those freedoms. But Dad also talked about the importance of discipline. Discipline is the absolute cornerstone of the military unit. Discipline to have the mental toughness and physical toughness to succeed in any situation. The importance of adaptability. Think about it. Our soldiers are in ever changing situations. The lessons we can learn from them about adaptability and how to make decisions under pressure was also a very profound lesson that my father taught us. And finally, the lesson of teamwork. Our military men and women succeed because they trust each other. And the teamwork that they show every single day is forged. Those bonds are forged through hardships. Those bonds are forged through challenges, but nevertheless, those bonds last a lifetime and well beyond, quite frankly. So today, just take a few minutes to read about the 13 folds of the flag, to reflect upon the lessons that our fallen heroes have left us. Today is Memorial Day. Yes, you may be doing a lot of other things today, but I encourage you just to take a few minutes to remember the sacrifice, to remember that the freedoms that we have are not free. They are born on the back of men and women from all across this country, who serve all around the world to make sure that our freedoms are protected. So I encourage you, take a few minutes, reflect upon their sacrifice, their service, their lives, and how we can learn from their example.